Hey guys, welcome to Herding Little Cows to the Glory of God. So today's video is just hopefully an encouragement video. I just wanted to talk about how sometimes we can look at YouTube, we can look at Instagram or even Facebook, and we can think all the other moms have it all together and we're missing out. And so I'm going to tell you some of the trials and tribulations I've heard from my own experience and other people's experiences. I'm not going to say which ones are mine and which ones are others, but just to hopefully make you feel better about things that are going on in your life. If you haven't been here before, my name is Sarah. I'm married to Mark, and we have 10 kids ranging in age from newborn, that's down here at the bottom of the picture, and up to 28 years old. So we've got quite an array. So anyway, I think it's very easy to watch other people's videos and see a clean house, to see clean kids, super meals on the table, that they're out doing every activity, maybe that they're reading all the great books, all of that stuff. And just so you know, nobody has everything all together. Maybe they are really, really good at reading good books to their kids. Sorry, this guy is being a little fussy. Maybe they're really good at reading good books to their kids, but maybe they're putting chicken nuggets and mac and cheese on the table every night, or they're getting takeout all the time. That's fine. They can do what they want for their family, but don't think that they're able to do all the great read alouds and keep a perfect garden and keep a perfect house and feed, all the meals all the time from scratch food where they went out and, milked the cow and gathered the eggs and all of that. And I'm not saying it's wrong if somebody does all those things, but usually you can focus on a few things at a time, and the other plates that you have going, I don't know if you've ever seen the act where they have like a stick and there's plates spinning and you're trying to keep all the plates going. There are times that you have to let a plate fall. But there are other times that your plate is barely moving and it looks like it's going to fall every rotation it does, because you can't just do it all. So just know that all those other moms are having struggles too. So I just want to mention some of the things that can sometimes happen in a large family. Maybe it's taking out the thing that you thought was meat to thaw on the counter all day, and when you go to make supper, you realize that it was frozen zucchini or something that's not going to make the meal for you. Maybe it's not remembering to take anything out for supper, and it comes 4:30 and you realize you have nothing to cook for your family. Maybe it is getting to the doctor's office and realizing that your child has marks all over their legs because they went to town on themselves with a marker. Maybe it's getting to a wedding in another state and realizing that most of the children forgot to wear shoes. It's a real, true life story. Maybe it is realizing that you're looking for the toddler who's actually in your arms. That has happened to me many times. Or the child you're sitting down doing schoolwork with, you're calling to get their attention so that they can do some chore for you, and you don't realize that this is the child that's here. Happens to the best of us. Maybe it's looking for your keys while they're in your hand. This is a good one. Looking for your phone while you're on it. I've done that before. I'm on the phone talking to somebody and I want to give them a contact information or something, and I'm looking for my phone that I'm actually talking on. Maybe it is realizing that you forgot to bring snack for everybody when you're assigned snack for church or whatever activity is. Oh, here's a good one. We take potluck to church on Sundays. And so one week we had a crazy week, and I was like, okay, so I have leftovers in the fridge. And when we get to church, we're going to put, I forget even what it was. Oh, we're going to put pasta that I had cooked up, and we're going to put soup on top of it and put it in the crock pot. But I didn't want to combine it at home because I didn't want the slosh liquid stuff. So we took the crock pot full of cooked pasta and had the kid grab the bowl from the fridge. Actually, I grabbed the bowl from the fridge. That was going to be the pasta we were going to warm up on top of it. Yeah, we got to church and it was beans, pinto beans with no flavoring. And our church is a very small church that had no extras for me to add to it. So yeah, it was interesting. I actually had people asking me, oh, that was an interesting meal. Yeah, it was, because I didn't mean to make it. Maybe it is making the entire batch of bread and realizing that you never put yeast in it. Or making the entire batch of bread and seeing you never put salt in it, because salt actually adds a lot of flavor, if you don't know. Going to make broccoli salad and realizing you have no broccoli. That's one I heard recently. I forget the chicken regularly in chicken soup. Because usually when I'm making chicken soup, I have chicken cooked up from a different day. And so I put all the chicken stuff, like all the soup ingredients together, like the carrots and everything to cook. And then we serve the soup, and halfway through eating, people are like, oh, there's no chicken in here. Yeah, all of those things happen. Oh, one happened the other night to me. So if you watch our channel, Josiah has seizures. And I was up in the night feeding the baby, I think. And I look on the, I heard noise in the other room and like a thunk. I think it was a door closing now, but at the time it sounded like someone falling. And I looked at the camera, and Josiah was not in his bed. So I started to wake up Mark to tell him he had to go get Josiah because I'm feeding the baby. Well, Josiah had been sleeping on our floor because he had felt seizure going to bed, and he was actually sleeping on the floor next to our bed. So he wasn't going to be on the camera in his room. Crazy me. So yeah. So I'm hoping that this is just an encouragement to people that everybody does these things. So some ways that you can get around doing these things, trying to get enough sleep, trying to make sure you're eating well, doing all those things. Making sure that when you go places, you do a head count and you check the car before you exit it. So like making sure everyone gets in the car with you when you go somewhere. And then when you get to that place, making sure that you get everybody out of the car, because it's this time of year, it's summertime. You want to make sure that nobody is in a vehicle because it can get hot really fast. Those types of things. But just know that things could be forgotten easily. And we all go through it. It's worse if you're sleep deprived. It's worse if you've just had a baby because you're like focused on the baby and all of that stuff. But it happens to the best of us, and none of us can keep all the plates spinning at the same time. So if you guys have funny stories like this, things that have happened to you where you've forgotten to do something or taken the wrong thing to the church potluck or whatever, leave it in the comments below. I just want to help other people to realize that we're all in this battle together. We will see you guys next time on Herding Little Cows to the Glory of God.